सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Namaste to you all. I welcome you for today's session about eoxination. Of course, we have already made a journey toward the subject from past 3 weeks with already completed many sessions. In this session, again, the subject will be introduced from a more deeper and easily understandable angle. For that, we need to understand what is the concept of eoxination and how it is different from vaccination. Eoxination is a process where your individual being will be evolved into a dimension of expression wherein which you will easily harmonize with the totality, and by harmonizing with the totality you become one with the wholeness or completeness. By establishing that oneness and wholeness with the totality, then you will find a rhythm of life through which you will be expressing a very strong immune system. The intention of Yoga Gita is to give it as a gift to the whole humanity. And what comes through eoxination is a very strong traditional wisdom. It's an expression of the creation itself, meaning the wisdom of the creation. In eoxination, you will be guided at physical dimension, at your energy dimension, and also at your mind dimension to align to the totality. So we all need to understand what is the concept of healing, or what is the concept of the basic concept of ability to express a very strong immune system is nothing but how you can align to the totality. Other than that, what is there which can act as a remedy for it? Not at all. The one and only remedy to develop a very strong, constant, natural immune system is by aligning to totality. In the whole lesson, you will be guided how to align to that wholeness to heal yourself, how to align to that totality to bring the maximum potentiality of your self-expression. Once you reach that core or the source from which everything is manifested, where you and me are also constantly getting manifested along with the whole creation, that harmony, that oneness, that deepness, that strength, that core of being brings a transformational change in how your physiological systems functions. Through that change, through that strength, you will develop a very strong immune system. Come on, let's go into it and enjoy the process of developing the strong immune system. For this, we need to understand who am I? And we all carry the I within us. This who am I and its relationship to the totality, its relationship to the core, or is it the I itself is the totality, or the I is separate than the creation itself, or I is only the body, or only the mind, or only the breath, or what we call as I, a person, a self, what it has. Come on, let's see it.
Who am I? Let's try to answer this question together. Have you ever asked this question to yourself? Who am I? Beyond any name, society, condition, beyond any culture, family, or profession? If you take away all the answers about you that are coming from outside, if you try to answer this question from a deeper angle, what comes to you? In reality, from the existential angle, I and you are all the same, a product of manifestation process called life. At its core, the soul and the wisdom constitute the causal sheath. Those two layers are unmanifested, not perceivable with the five senses, and collective. Then we enter the manifested part, which can be sense, the mind sheath, the breath, and of course the body. Those three layers are individual and different for each one of us. When this process of manifestation happens without any disturbance, then the flow of life energy is free and pure, directly coming from the source where the life energy always stays pure. That easy flow of energy is directly linked to the body energy, the mind state, mood, and health. However, throughout this experience called life, some information are stored in the mind, creating blockages, holding, known as mind condition, and which are reflected in the breath and the body. The flow of life energy is also disturbed, which result in frustration, angriness, lethargy, and has a big impact on the immune system that doesn't get its source energy and become weak. Those disturbances can only affect the external sheath, the body, the breath, and the mind, but the causal sheath always stay pure and clean. Deoxynation is the remedy to remove all kind of blockages that have been stored throughout life, so that the purest energy from the source reaches body, breath, and mind and empowers the immune system.
One thing we all need to understand is what you saw now. Who am I? And we all understood this I is immense. This I has an immense potentiality. But unfortunately, what happens? The mind takes over the game. Unfortunately, the game of life, the Leela, the celebration of being alive is taken away by the mind. And what we need to understand is how it is taken away by the mind. It's taken away by the mind, by the conditions what you develop. And you want it to develop, or you are not wanting to develop it. It doesn't matter. It has developed within you, and it is staying as a fact within your system. So that makes your mind triggered. That makes your mind to be in fear. to be in worry, to be scared, to be in rush, to be intense, to compare, to judge, to suffer. Like this, your own conditions becomes a vicious circle. One condition lead to another condition leads to further more conditions and conditions. This process continues forever until unless you are able to weave the life beyond mind. See, already you understood by knowing who am I, where the mind is only just a little part of yourself. Yourself, meaning the life, is quite immense. Are you bringing that power of immense as a reality to the core of that expression of the self? We all know we have our soul. We all know we have our wisdom, which are the power banks of all happening. The power bank which has every cause in it, which has every solution in it, which has the ultimate purity in it, which has an eternal presence in it, which has a joy, celebration, and a totality expression in it. Are you able to bring it into your life? Are you able to live that quality of life, which is the quality of the totality, which is the quality of the unconditional mind dimension? Enter that wholeness and heal yourself. Bring the totality, express, explode, correct every physical system which has a deficiency of immune. So let's go for practical dimension of practicing this, entering the totality through explosion, bringing the totality into the surface of yourself without any hindrance, meaning without having any limitation of mind conditioning. Shall we enter it? Who don't want to enter? No, it's all a joy, celebration filled expression of life. Please close your eyes. Close your eyes with very gentleness. Your presence is very light. The body is like a feather, aligned. Your right and left are balanced. Meaning, you are sitting in a position where body is symmetrical. Your right half and left half are same. When your right and left are same, through balance, you can bring lightness. Lightness at the body level brings the expansion of your physicality into universal physicality. Keep your eyes closed throughout the process. Very calm, very peaceful. Just present. I have understood who am I. I'm not only my mind, or I'm not only my fears, my worries, my tensions. I am a beautiful flower like being which is expressive joyfully. Express the joy of being alive. Joy of being alive is indicated at your face, at your eyes, at each and every cell. They are all expressive. An inner smile is there in your being constantly. The smile is the smile of contentment. Be totally contented with life. The body is still, light. The stillness and lightness of the body leading to subtleness in the breathing, easy, subtle breathing. Mind is calm and happy. The gentle, easy presence of body, breath, and mind giving you the exposure to the dimension of totality, to the dimension of co-self, the wisdom and soul. Sudden body movement, a jerk. It need not be a kind of any pre-decided thing. You have kept your eyes closed, sudden explosion to the body. One more time. The moment you hear the clapping sound, just explode in whatever direction you want, in whatever way you want to bring the body movement, without producing any sound in the mouth. If it happens suddenly, then it is fine. But what I mean to say, don't decide, I had to scream, I had to shout. No predecision. At that moment, what comes, explore it. Close your eyes. Lightness of the body. Subtleness in the breathing. Calmness in the mind. No border, no logics, no reasons, no theories, no tomorrow, no yesterday, pure presence. That glimpse of body movement with totality of its expression, you're still keeping your eyes closed. Again, you come back to normal position of how you are sitting. Align to that totality. When you feel to open the eyes, naturally you can open the eyes. Don't try to see anything. Let the whole world appear by itself. Everything is perfectly made to appear. You no need to struggle to see it. Have that calmness in your expression. Pure presence. This technique is very simple but very powerful, because the barrier of the mind through its conditions. See, of course, mind is a beautiful tool. Through mind, we create our presence. See, when we create our presence, it should be pleasant. So it's like if you are creating a bumpy road, your ride will be bumpy. So if you create a plain, smooth road, your ride will be smooth. So your conditions are bumpiness in life. So if you create a plain road, beautiful journey of life. So through mind, we make this journey of life so that mind should be unconditional. Then the descending down of that pure conscious energy through the mind happens. Once it happens through the mind, automatically it reaches the body. Automatically it leads to the expression of pure life energy. I hope you all understood this simple and powerful practice by which you will develop a very strong immune system. Further, we will understand one more technique which develops a strong life energy expression. To develop a strong immune system, we need to know the science of life energy expression. as long as your life energy expression is harmonious, so long you will have a very strong immune system. Then comes the question, what is life energy, which is called as prana? Many times I hear people telling, oh, I consume prana, I leave prana out. Actually, it is not like that. Many times people with the limited idea, they think they can consume prana and they leave the prana. Where is prana? Where is life energy? Life energy is everywhere. If you ask them, they will tell life energy is everywhere. So, but to understand, they will understand I can consume prana, I can leave prana. It's not like that. First of all, very clearly today, we will understand what is life energy. Life energy is ability you are offering to the consciousness to express as your body and mind. Very simple definition. I repeat, what is life energy? Life energy means the intensity of expression of your body and mind, that intensity of its expression, that's it. How that intensity is developed, what space you are giving for expression of the consciousness into this manifested part, that force of that expression, that's it, life energy. That's how once that force of life energy is lost, that wave is lost. Let's say when you are watching an ocean, waves comes and goes. I and you, like us, millions, trillions of people have lived on this planet, will going to live on this planet. We all come like waves and we disappear. Where the wave disappears, it disappears into ocean itself. Stronger the wave means stronger its expression. Higher it is in its altitude, roaring in its sound. In the same way, stronger your life energy means how strongly you are expressing your physicality, how strongly you are expressing your mind. The strength, that core, that expressional dimension is life energy. So if you want to have a strong immune system, you have to tap to that life energy sheath. Meaning, tapping means you should create a big wave of life energy. That wave meaning that ability to express, to develop that ability to express, meaning how it happens? By aligning to the core, by aligning to the totality, by bringing the source. How to bring the source into the life energy sheath? By removing any kind of impediments in between. Come on, let's enjoy this process of bringing the core of the self into the life energy sheath. For this today, we will understand the central part of it. Of course, it has 3 subparts as per this technique what you are learning. In the previous sessions, I covered all the 3 steps, but certain questions were there about more the central part of it, and which is the core of your practice of this developing the life energy sheath. We will use the next coming certain minutes to learn this core, this central part of developing the life energy sheath. For this, we will use the technique of alternative nostril breathing. Meaning, we will be breathing through alternative nostril. You will inhale through left and you will exhale through right. Again, you will inhale through right and exhale through left. To practice this process of alternative nostril breathing, you will use the mudra where you will be using the thumb and your ring finger. Thumb is used to close the right nostril. Your ring finger is used to close the left nostril. Again, I repeat, the thumb will be used to close the right nostril. The ring finger will be used to close the left nostril. So you will be breathing alternatively. And during the whole process, body is still, your back is straight, and eyes will be closed. Just we will learn this core central part of practicing alternative breathing. Close your eyes. Subtleness of the body, breath, and mind. Joy of living life. Pure presence. Keep your eyes closed. Start the process of inhalation through left nostril by keeping the right nostril closed by thumb. Inhale, exhale through right. While exhaling through right, keep the left closed. Again, inhale right, exhale left. Practice it for next half a minute. Just alternative nostril breathing. Now we will enter the phase of breaking the inhalations and exhalations. Earlier, you are doing very long inhalations and exhalations very naturally, without any break. Give one break. Meaning, don't inhale fully to your capacity. Inhale half the capacity. One time. Without exhaling, again inhale remaining half of the capacity. In the same way, instead of exhaling completely, half the capacity of exhalation at a time, then again without any inhalation, again next half of the exhalation. Again inhalation, you have to do it alternatively to alternative nostril. Increase it to 2 breaks. Like this, with every inhalations and exhalations, go on increasing your braking. Even if it is 15 breaks, 20 breaks, 30 breaks, 100 breaks, perfectly fine. No border, no limit, no predecision. And it need not be equal. However it is happening, be in the process. It need not be equal means you may have more breaks in inhalation than exhalation, or exhalation may have more breaks than inhalation. Any expression is fine. Don't worry about it. Just bring maximum number of breaks. While expressing the breaks, keep your eyes closed. Like you are driving a car or a scooter, you apply the brake and you move ahead. Apply the brake, you move ahead. You are not coming reverse. So here, if you observe, your breathing will be taking a reverse, gentle, a little gently a jerk will be there. Try to avoid it. It should be a continuous move, brake, move, brake, move, brake, move, brake. So application of that brake is giving unidirectional movement constantly. You have to fine tune it. Fine tuning of that unidirectional movement is very essential. We are practicing directly second subpart of building the life energy sheath strength, which builds your aura, which increases your ojas, makes you tejas. Meaning tejas in Sanskrit means you are bright, you are expressive. Your ojas brings tejas. Be expressive. Be happy. Be contented. Stop all forms of struggle. Celebrate the process. Be with the breaks. In the break, in those moments, no body presence, no mind presence, specially felt. No breath presence, specially felt. They are all aligning perfectly with the true self, perfectly to the core. Just be with the process. Breathing has to lead the break, not the body. Using the body like the muscle, the belly muscle, the diaphragmic muscle, using that, it's easy to break the flow of the air through inhalations and exhalation process. But try to be in the pattern of bringing the breaks by taking control of the breathing. Let your breath control the body. Till now you had a pattern. The body used to control the breath. Free the breathing. Free life. Align to life energy. Be in the process of breathing. Continue the practice. Stay with the practice. Be with the breaks. totality involvement of the body, totality involvement of the mind which is in presence, core of the self. You are with the wholeness. You are aligning to the totality. It's a journey of the totality. Be with the practice. When you wish to finish the practice, end the cycle by exhaling through left nostril with the breaks, 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 exhale. Keep your eyes closed. When you feel to open the eyes, you can slowly open your eyes. Be pleasant. This technique of alternative nostril breathing, you can practice anywhere. That is the beauty of this simple, powerful practice. You can practice when you're traveling in the train. You can practice in your office. Wherever you are, at least just 10 minutes. If you're practicing, it boosts your immune system. It's a booster. You don't need any special injection booster. It's the booster of your own immune system. It refines your respiratory organs. It refines your holding capacity of the breath. It refines the expressions of your cells at the metabolic activity. It refines your body to bring out the toxins from it. It refines your life energy expression. So it has a multi-dimensional benefit. Why not? No, it's very simple and easy and applicable everywhere, wherever you are. And it don't need any tools. It's a very simple, strong practice. Let's practice this and develop a very strong immune system and spread this message to your friends and relatives so that we all human beings will live a life of a very healthy, happy, celebration-filled life on this planet. After this, we will enter the next dimension, which is the physical dimension. It's a very beautiful technique, which is also very simple and powerful. And once you understand the concept, it can be practiced everywhere, anywhere, at any time. Let's come on, look into that physical dimension of practice.
We understood that the body energy and the mind state are directly linked to the immune system. The more energetic you are, the more it indicates that the flow of energy coming directly from the causal sheath is free, which results in a strong immune system. Have you ever noticed the sudden rush of energy coming from any first-time experience? All of a sudden, you are ready to jump in life. You feel new and fresh. That energy directly empowers the immune system. See the link. As the immune system fights for life, any feeling of aliveness will trigger it. The energy coming from a feeling of being alive builds the immune system. The more you feel alive, the more your immunity gets activated, and the more the immunity gets activated, the more aliveness will be felt. They both complement each other. The expressive energy prepares the physiological system of the body to be in optimum state of immunity. But let's take a look to what is happening in the brain. When enthusiasm arises, the frontal lobe of the brain is functioning. Also called the action cortex, triggered by emotion, the frontal lobe contains most of the dopamine neuron associated with motivation, freshness, energy. Studies have shown that weak or sick people have a smaller frontal lobe due to the lack of its activity. Its size declines with the aging process along with the health, as the activity of this area lowers. Here again, the link between the immune system and the state of mind is established. They both result in the loss of activity of the frontal lobe. Then comes the question, what is causing the lack of enthusiasm, the lack of freshness? When any of the action has lost the mind interest through repetition, they become mechanical and the activity in the brain shifts to the central region. Freshness and liveliness are lost through any mechanical experience. Instead of getting energy from the action by being enthusiastic, the same action will use the body energy. When that energy is misused, it leads to weakness and diseases. We can observe the same in relationships. When the relation becomes mechanical, lightness and flowering get lost. The more expressive, fresh, new you are with your partner, the more light and alive you will feel. We need to understand that the most intimate relationship we all have is with ourselves. What kind of partnership would you like with yourself? Any mechanical relationship will hammer you, making you feel weak, fragile, worried, and tensed. By being alive, fresh, and expressive, you are offering yourself the most beautiful kind of relationship, which will never end. The technique is very simple. Bring back freshness in every moment by breaking the patterns of mechanical movement. But how to do it? Reverse body movement, walk backwards, sideways at some point during the day. Be playful in your movement. Change the way you stand up, wake up, sit. Change the pattern of the body movement in daily life, even for a few minutes, to be fresh again. Be playful in celebration, fully alive by breaking the condition of the body that makes you act and move in one direction, constantly building particularity of the body movement without valuing its original state of all directional expressing possibility.
When we are trying to understand what is this physical dimension, we have to understand from very basic. See, this physical dimension what we have is not a one-day work. It has a millions of years of journey of evolution process. This physical dimension, what you and me carry, is a nice work of this creation which worked to bring to this state day and night without any break for millions of years. It's such a marvelous gift we have. And while developing this marvelous gift called this physical body, what process it went under, that we need to understand precisely to understand this technique. Certain common things we can observe in this creation. If you see, all the animals, all the birds, all humans, they move most of the time in only one direction. For this sake, you can observe any animals, 99.9% of their lifetime is spent by moving in one direction. It's a unidirectional movement, meaning which direction your eye sees, which direction your face is. Of course, to move behind the head is not so easy because there is no eyes behind the head. So constantly we move in one direction, and also such a movement is necessary in this evolutionary process because it's a optimization of the evolutionary process. What happened, for example, if you want to like get your food, if you want to work, if you want to meet another person, if you want to travel to some place, so this unidirectional movement has to take place. And also our space orientation is like that. What I mean to say is, let's say here you are living, you have one friend of you in the front of your house, meaning you live in this house. 5 kilometers away one friend is living, which is in front of your house. Another friend is living behind your house, 5 kilometers away. But when you take a journey, even to the friend which is in front of you, you take a unidirectional movement. A friend who is staying behind you, to see that friend also you take a unidirectional movement when referring to your own self-expression. This pattern we see most of the time. We are constantly making a unidirectional movement for most part of our life. We have to reverse it because this body has a strong pattern in it. So when you come to the cells which contribute mainly for developing a strong immune system, for those cells there is no unidirection, they are multidirectional. So we are unidirectional in functioning, multidirectional in core of our existence. We have to unite this unidirectional and multidimensional in existence. Unidirectional in functioning, multidimensional in expression. Combination of this expression and functional dimension of life makes you evolve strongly in developing a very strong immune system because it breaks a pattern. It breaks a pattern of your cells, your tissues, your organs, your physiological system functioning, facing constantly this unidimensional expression, having the capacity of existential dimension of multidimensional. So this triggers the core of yourself. This breaks the pattern of the body which is constantly expressing in only one dimension. This multidimensional practices is a beautiful technique. For now, we will enjoy a expression created by Emily, who is presently staying in Mysore, and that makes you to understand what is the concept of this technique. After that, we will come back for the practical dimension of this body movement. Now you all enjoyed and learnt also the concept of this getting patterned at our existential level due to the functional impact. I repeat, the functional impact enters the existential dimension of ourself at the physicality. To avoid this impact of functional things, what we do on our existential expression, we need to learn some techniques. Or else what happens, constantly this functional dimension goes on impacting the existential dimension. Through that we get sick, through that we get tired, through that we get worries, tensions, holdings in the body, through that our body cells becomes weak, our immune system becomes day by day very feeble. So to give that rejoice, that expression, we have to give that multi-dimensional possibility. We have to nourish the core of our physical dimension through multi-dimensional possibility. Of course, through practice of postures, we do that. By keeping the stillness of the body in different postures, we develop this core. Or else what happens, if you are keep on moving, you lose that opportunity. Unfortunately, even that direction of practice is happening in the name of posture practice. Practice of posture is not at all jumping from one posture to another posture. You have to stabilize the body for quite some time in a particular posture. You have to bring the stillness. In that stillness, you should give the space of self-expression of the body in the multi-dimensional possibility. Or else what happens, constantly you are moving the body in unidirection dimension. So through postures also, if you are doing in the name of vinyasa, in the name of like building some series and what's happening in the so-called yoga world, because it's so-called yoga world because more than yoga world, it has become a exercise world. So here, if you are practicing yoga, particularly the posture, you should very clearly understand that keeping the stillness of the body in a particular position is very important in progress of the self at the physical dimension, which facilitates you to connect to the core of yourself. So for now, beyond yoga, for any common people, how to have a technique to break this pattern? Because a day will come when the whole planet, meaning all human beings, will practice yoga. Till then, we have to go to office, we have to live with common people, we have to attend the all requirements of the whole population. Because see, now the coronavirus is happening. If it happens to somebody, we are in trouble. If I am in trouble, somebody else is in trouble. Like it indicates very clearly, we live together. We represent the oneness. So when we represent the oneness, we should spread the positivity of the practice along the oneness. So for this, we need to have a very simple technique, but which is very powerful. So in this technique, wherever you are, please stand. You need to have a sufficient space. For today, you will learn only one technique here in this physical dimension of expression of breaking the body pattern. Like this, how to break the body pattern, we have different techniques which will be introduced eventually. For now, for today's session, we will learn one technique where it breaks the pattern by creating a reverse movement. Wherever you are, you begin to walk reverse. When you reach the end, then again turn, again walk reverse. What I mean to say is, if you reach the end of your mat or end of your practice hall where you are practicing, meaning when you reach the end of your space, you turn and again start walking reverse. If you have sufficient space, you can work out with different speed. It's a very interesting dimension of developing this. You can climb the steps reverse. For now, you start walking reverse slowly. After reaching the end, turn half and again walk reverse. Now, stage by stage, increase the speed. Up to the fastest movement you can make, meaning how fast you can run. It should also have a stages, breaks. Breaks meaning how you had break with the breathing, here also with the speed of this physicality. Because when we are moving, we don't use the different capacity of the body to move. See, the body can move in like from being still, how many kilometers per hour it can move. So it can have a different gradation in it. You can move in 1 kilometer per hour, 2 kilometer per hour, 3 kilometer per hour. If you begin to run, it may reach little more, like that. Bring different phases of body expression in its speed or fastness and bring it in reverse. It has two things in it, this technique: the speed of the body and the reverse. Different gradation of the speed in different direction. Now, if you are moving from front and back, you move to the side, to your right and left. Start slowly moving to the right. With the same speed, start moving to the left. Again, different gradation of speed. For 30 seconds, you can make a move of slow and gradually increase the speed. Give the capacity expression to the body. Body has the capacity to speak in different vibration. See, imagine a situation where I am speaking in only one tone. No. I can tell hey, 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 like that. I have different capacity to speak. If I make this, I will be a good singer. That's what about with different notes, how we sing. Sa, ri, ga, ma. Why it has different frequency of expression? Because it develops your strength of expression. Then you become a beautiful singer. In the same way, your body should become a very strong expressor. As a singer jumps into different frequency of singing, your body has to jump into different strata. Strata means different levels, different possibility of expression to build a strong immune system, because it frees the body conditioning. It evolves itself by experiencing the joy of multi-dimension. So if you are moving to the side, again start moving from front and back. You can take different direction. See, moving front and back means, let's say for example, coming to the front is like perpendicular. Now you moved in a vertical direction. Now you can take a 45 degree. Again, one more multidimensional comes. So the third concept of body movement comes. I will explain. The first is like making the body front and back, and with that front and back you are in speed variation. Along with the speed variation, directional variation, speed variation, directional variation, adopting that to different dimension of body. Three things are combined. This develops a very strong immune system because it descends down to the core of the cell. It can be practiced anywhere. Please come sit on the mat. Today, I hope you are breathing fast, calm down, be cool, enjoy that freedom what body had, because for ages, for lives, this poor body constantly traveling in only one direction. Feel the joy, close your eyes, feel the joy of the body. Feel each and every cell of the body. Feel that multi-dimensional expression of the body. The joy of breaking the pattern, the joy of finding the freedom, the joy of extending to the borderless life, the joy of breaking the patterns of millions of years. To evolve the consciousness is a very beautiful, simple technique. Please open your eyes. This technique can be practiced by any person, any age, from a small children to very aged people, anywhere, any place, wherever space is there. If you cannot move 10 meters, you can move 3 meters. If you cannot move in that direction, you can move in this direction. So like that, this technique is so simple, so powerful, and so applicable for every situation of life. Then why not to embrace it? I hope you all understand today's session about the mind, the life energy, the body, and these simple, powerful techniques has to be spread to whole humanity on this planet, so that we prepare the perceivable dimension of our life expression, meaning the body, the breath and mind, to next higher level, meaning to match the purity of the consciousness, so that the upliftment of the whole consciousness of the humanity happens. I wish you all the best. Through these techniques, let's build a very strong, evolving self. Through that evolving self, we better the world. By bettering the world, we celebrate together. Love you all. Namaste.